Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. So earlier today, I made a video about how to score in a free Panzer 38H. And then I didn't have anything else better to do, so I decided to go and score again in a Panzer 38H. The reason being, if you saw my other video, I had a monster score and I was relatively close to getting my 8th skill for this commander, which, as you can see here, I have achieved that goal. So I am going to show you the two games that I played right before I gained this skill. The first game is an absolute masterpiece of tenacity. And if you're a kid, you don't know what tenacity means. It means the ability to stick in there and fight under adverse circumstances. In other words, things weren't going super great, so you stay tough, be smart, and do your best. And whatever happens, happens. And sometimes when you do your best, really good things happen. And you're going to see that in this video. So I'm going to show you the masterpiece video of the game that I played on the Mountain Pass. Then I'm going to show you a second game, which is a quick win on the mines that just went super in my favor. And then when I come back from there, we're going to go put the skill on this guy, and I'm going to show you the technique that I use to complete my skill building on my commanders. So you're going to see the entire range of how this goes, because this is an unofficial companion video to my previous video of the day, how to score in a free Panzer 38H, because this tank is free. Now the commander wasn't free, came from a season from Halloween, but any 3-star commander will work. It doesn't matter. So what I need for you to do, hopefully, is to leave a like for this video so other players can see this, and then they can learn how to max out their commanders with these two videos. So now that we've discussed that part, we're going to get to the actual video business. So let's go, shall we? Okay. Man, it was a butt kicker, and we'll explain the whole thing when we get done. Let's go to the profile. Grabbeth one Mountain Pass video. Welcome to Mountain Pass. This is a 15 versus 15 match with tier 3s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tier 3s. An artillery plus 3 other tanks. A Type 91 heavy, a Panzer S-35, and a Kenny, which is, nothing spectacular. The real behemoths over there are the Type 91 heavy and the S-35 medium, because that dude is a doozy of a medium tank. That guy clipped me. That's a personal foul, sir. 15 yards clipping. Okay. So what we're going to do here on the Mountain Pass, as an underpowered 38H, I'm going to go to Delta 3, and I'm going to be a sniper, because the Panzer 38H is also a good medium to short range sniper. I'm going to try this bush and then see what happens. If we can get spots over here across the way at Hotel 4 and Hotel 5 and 6, sorry. I'm blind or something. We're going to get shots at Hotel 5 and 6. You can, snag as many as 3 or 4 kills. I missed that guy. Just cruising across right there. I realize that my spotting there isn't the greatest. Now here I right bumpered this guy. and then switch to sniper view like that. You want to have some coverage. Now, as the tiers increase, this strategy still works, but you got to be very careful to stay out of the spotting range of guys with longer range spotting. My Panzer 38H has a 432 spotting range because I have binoculars and advanced optics and all the stuff that maximizes it, like Born Leader on my Commander, and a fan if it's available. I don't think the fan is available on this tank, but there's also the enhanced rations. Those will also max out your vision. Okay. You gotta lead this because his bullet is a little slow. You gotta lead him. You see I'm leading him. I'm probably shooting him, aiming at his front sprocket, and he's moving into the shot about half of his body length, just to give you a helpful estimation. R35, he's, you know, another Hotchkiss design, or he's a Renault Frenchie. Now there's a heavy tank. The 91 is here. I have killed at this point only 2 guys. But wait, there's more. Artillery's hooting me. I got to get to the wall. Oh, I took a hit. I'm on fire. And I don't mean like NBA Jam. He's on fire! Is not what I am. I was on fire. So they killed the Type 91, which is great because that guy is super hard for me to kill. I'm a lowly 2 and he's a big boy 3. So that was great that those guys got him. Now, this is a magnificent game. And it's not about making all the kills, although that is very helpful, and you know, you get proud of that, which you should be. But realistically, we're losing. We're trying to save this game if possible. So I'm going to do anything I can to save this game, and that includes sacrificing myself if it gives the team a winning edge. That is the key. Oh yes. It's my sniping in this tank that's killing. I'm just crushing people as a sniper. You know, it's not in your conventional way where you're blowing them out in 3 shots or whatever. This is a nickel and dime sniper. I use 100 premium rounds. I don't mind losing money. I'll make it back in Cold War. Now there's 3 guys coming around to my base. You see it right there. At Alpha 3 and 4, there's 3 guys. There it is. You can see all 3 of them right there. So I have to go back. Fortunately, it's not that bad. I killed the S-35. He was the bad boy. Somebody else killed the other bad boy, the Type 91 Heavy. So these guys I know are lesser and somewhat damaged. The M2, I got him. I can beat him. I can beat the other ones too. That's a VAE Type B. He's at Tier 2. And the other one's a medium 2, which is another Tier 2. But I just got to be careful. And I do make a mistake here. 3 guys, man, hard to choose. Trying to shoot that guy wasn't the smartest move. I should have gone for this guy, the medium 2. This is the guy. Drilled him. He's almost dead. But he drilled me hardcore. That was my mistake. I chose the wrong guy and luckily survived. Now that guy in the very back, you see him, I shoot him right in his captain's hatch. And watch his health go. Not the M2 jerkweed. Artillery's here to help. Nice. M2 destroyed. He's dead, Jim. Okay, That's 7, that's all that I kill. Good enough. MVP, your boy Duke. As I said, this was a masterpiece. Outgunned in a 15-man match. You watched a lowly Panzer 38H Tier 2 go beast mode and stomp a Ruski. Now this was done with no boosters. This is just my regular 100% commander bonus that's built into the tank and also built into the commander, combined with rations and the quick learner skill on my commander. So it's 30% for the commander, 10% for quick learner, 10% for the rations, 50% for the tank. So it's 60% tank, 40% commander. That's 100% bonus. So jackpot, 17,000. It was really fantastic. As you can see on the bar, man, I'm just less than $2,000 away from getting that skill. Now, let me show you what I did do and what I didn't do. Now, if you look at my upper right-hand corner, free experience, 215,000. I could afford to spend $2,000 in free experience, but I'm not going to do that. There's no hurry. 7, 8, whatever. I'm sorry. Oh, my mistake. This guy's 8 of 9. Well, this guy's almost done. I made a mistake. I thought this guy was 7 of 8. Oops. Hey, that's cool. I'm going to make this guy elite right in front of your eyes. That's awesome. But what I have to do is I have to go here and play one more game. So I did that. And I'm going to show you what that game is too. Man, this is fantastic. Bam. Welcome to the mines. So here we have the enemy team has 6 robots and a Morozko. So my goal here is real simple. I need to go fight the Morozko as soon as possible because his speed is way better than mine. Well, it's better than mine. It's not way better, but he is substantially faster than I am, so I can't beat him on speed. I have to beat him on armor and gun. Again, this is what my dad would say. Know how to win the match from the get-go. To beat him, I want to beat him where I'm stronger than he is, and that's on my armor and on my gun. I don't want to fight him where he's stronger than me, which is his speed. So I used my boost to get up the hill. Hello! And he's got Christmas lights, so it's going to be Merry Christmas for me, not him. I use premium, so I get maximum effect every game. He's dead, Jim. It's over now. He's the toughest guy by far. One-on-one, I can crush every one of these other tanks. VZ-35s, or Cruiser 1s, or Medium 2, or M2 Light. They're all junk to me. With premium, they have no chance. Well, they have a minuscule chance. A tiny, very small chance. Cruiser 1. British Beast. One of the weaknesses you have in a Panzer 38H is when you know you can beat every tank in front of you left over, to get a little bit big head and not take care of your business, so I'm trying not to do that. It happens to everybody. It'll happen to you too. Crunchy. Please don't shoot me. Too late. He's dead, Jim. You know, all epic victories are not the same. The last one was way better, as you saw. That was just fantastic. But this is, you know, this is business. Business is business. Okay, now we're back in the garage. And we're going to make this guy elite. So let's get in this tank. Commander. Okay, skills. Let's go see skills. Now, clearly, no. Wait a second. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm going to make it 8. Yes, I'm not going to make it elite. Sorry, my mistake. Yes, I jumped the gun and fooled myself. Because it would have been awesome, but it's okay. Now, what we have here, we've just earned the 8th skill. We have 7, but really we only have 6 combat skills. The quick learner is not a combat skill. It just gives you 10% bonus on every scoring that you do, which helps you score faster. So what you're going to do now, when we get to the 8th skill, we no longer really need it. Yes, I know that the 9th skill takes 1.5 million. But it doesn't really matter. It takes so long that if you kept this here, you'd have 7 combat skills, and it's going to take forever, plus a quick learner. Or if you do what I'm going to do, get rid of it, go with 8 combat skills, it's still going to take forever, and it doesn't really matter to me how long that takes. I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to ReSpec my guy, which is button Y at the very bottom. You see that yellow? ReSpec, which means redo the specifications. It's a combination really of 2 words. So we're going to put these back in there. We're just going to, unfortunately, you cannot just take this off. They want to jip you and make you do the whole thing. It's like, it's a rip-off, but whatever, you know. You get free tanks that compensate you essentially, so whatever. We're going to use this again. Rapid loading, steady aim. We're going to use situational awareness. I just call them binoculars. Armor angling. We're going to use Born Leader. It's very important. We're going to use camouflage expertise. We're going to actually use this probably on another tank. Not this tank specifically. Now, we can still use this on this tank. It's terrific. But I need to make a commander for a high-level sniper, really. So, what else could I put on here? It's a good question. Or we could do it for a heavy or a medium combat tank. Iron Mace is good for any one of those 3. So I can add an Iron Mace really to replace this guy. And then I can add one more beyond that. Good question. What? ReSpec. So, this action cannot be undone. All assigned skills will be cleared. All locked skill slots will remain unlocked. I'm sorry, all unlocked skill slots will remain unlocked. Learn to read, dummy. That's me. So, clearing assigned skills, times 7, 70 gold. You get long haul cards, they pay for this. No big deal. You're working on a 9 skill commander. You can afford it, trust me. So, we want to go with the big boys. Reloading. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to... for visual purposes. Reloading. Aim. Binoculars. Now, why do I do this? I'm going to show you why. Because the next one, I'm going to go back and use Born Leader. Because Born Leader magnifies and adds powers to each of the top 3. To the reload, it adds a little bit. It adds a little bit of effect to the aim. It adds a little bit of effect to the vision. It's very important. Now, you know, if we're doing this for a medium or a heavy tank, turret rotation might be good also. But not so much for a sniper. You know. Camouflage might be good. I'm trying to think, what are we going to do? Iron Mace, useful. That gives your bullets sustained power over distance. So we want to use that one. Double checking to make sure. Now on some tanks, on heavy tanks or medium tanks, sometimes I use track mechanic and general mechanic combined. Because when you're going to get tracked a lot, it's very helpful. So that's a great combo to consider. I think camouflage is definitely the way to go. But that leaves us with 2 more after that. For mediums and heavies, that rotation of the turret is a good one. Because they generally suffer from inferior turret rotation. And this does this personal tank. So let's go with the rotation. The 38H also has a bad turret rotation, trust me. So now we have 2 more. We got that dude. Let's think about it. Again, we could do the track. We could do the repairs if we wanted to. Realistically, I know what's good. Not this tank run and gun. Camouflage and ramming. Now, on this tank, it's too slow to be a good rammer. But controlled impact also works as defensive. So if they ram you, you take less. We're going to use ram defense or ram attack controlled impact. A terrific one. And we're going to go ahead, I think, and use the. We already did that. We already did the turret rotation. Camouflage. Now, let me explain the difference between camouflage expertise and green thumb. Green thumb, 10% increase to vehicle's camo factor when you're in foliage, bushes, or trees. Okay. Now, here's the question you need to ask yourself. Does this work all the time? You might be tempted to say yes, because that would not be an incorrect answer. It would just be less correct, and that's the difference. It works all the time. Does it work in the desert? Not really, because there's not any trees or bushes to speak of in general in the desert. So it's going to work some of the time in the desert. Camouflage expertise will work in the desert on open terrain. Okay, that's the thingy. That's why you have the colors and the line breakup of the design of the camouflage. Camouflage expertise runs 100% of the time. The foliage only works when you're in the bushes. So, and that would be, let's just call it 50% of the time. Because you're in the bushes sometimes and you're not in the bushes sometimes. When you're not in the bushes, it's not helping you. When you're not in the bushes with camouflage expertise, it's still helping you. So this is the one we're going to take. Take this one first. If you want to later on add the foliage in the last slot, the green thumb, that's perfectly fine because that gives you extra camo when you're in the bushes, which is awesome. So just make sure you understand what something really does versus what you think it might do. Because we found a lot of things that we thought might do something and they actually didn't do the thing we thought they did. So that's what I want to impress upon you here. Now, one of the things you'll also see when you get to be a good player, you realize you don't need the crutches of the, let me think, enhanced targeting. It looks cool, nice, but I put real equipment in the spot of enhanced targeting. I also don't use Sixth Sense. I don't need it. You get the beep, 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 beep when you're targeted. Okay, fine. That's good enough. If you need Sixth Sense, you're welcome to use it. I'm not telling you how to run your life, but I'm going to let you know this. If you're using Sixth Sense, you're wasting a spot in your commander that's going to help keep you from being a more elite player. You've got to get away from the crutch of sixth sense and learn. You got to develop the spidey senses, like Stan Lee says. Those spidey senses will help you. You got to know stuff is happening before it happens, just by the positioning. And this comes with experience. So don't feel bad if you're a relatively newer player and you're having this. Don't think it's here to insult you. It's here to tell you that at some point you're no longer a beginner player. And if you want to be a better player, you might want to take this advice about dumping the sixth sense, because look at this. Everything I have on here is just awesome. I don't have room for sixth sense. I mean, I do have room for it in the 9th slot, but you guys are using it at the beginning. Okay? When it's really not that necessary. The old phrase is this: the best defense is a good offense. If you're scoring, you don't have to worry about your defense as much. And in a tank, that means is you're hitting shots, killing guys. That's reducing the enemy's powers. That's the best defense you can have. Now, a good defense is always excellent. And I am a very defensively minded player. But I'm not going to do something that's not effective. I'm not going to tell you something that doesn't work. I gain nothing from that. I'll tell you what I do, what my recommendations are. You have to make the decision. So in the end, it's like, if you take one of my recommendations and then you succeed, it's great if you say, hey, I saw Duke's video and he said I can do X, Y, Z, so I tried X, Y, Z and I was successful. Well, that does help me slightly and, give me a good feeling that I helped somebody else. But the great thing that you did was you, not me. I just helped give you an idea. This is like a coach and a player. And any good coach will tell you that the coach's job is to help his players do better. So if that's what we're doing, and you're taking an advice that you get from me and succeed, that's more on you and your success. I only get a tiny sliver of that, and I'm good with that. I like to help people do well in whatever game or activity they're in. That's why I'm a tremendous coach. I had tremendous coaches, and I know exactly what it was like. So take that for what it's worth. Any advice I give you, if it helps you, it's helping you more than it's helping me. Okay? I'm thrilled that you're doing well. And if I can help you do well, that's all I'm really after. That is in itself a reward. So look at what I've showed you in this video. I showed you how to score, how to, think about winning games in the Panzer 38H. Remember, you can pick up this tank for free. Check out my other one that I told you about at the beginning of this video. How to score in a free Panzer 38H. This tank is free, and I'm going to tell you again, this is the #1 commander experience point building tank in the game. But Duke, there are tanks that have 75% bonus. That's right. There are. They don't go faster than this, though, because this one you can run 10 to 12 matches an hour. Now, they're not all going to be like that Mountain Pass work of art. More of them are going to be like the one you saw on the mines, a shorter game. And that was a really short game. In fact, I don't know how short it was, but let's go see. Bum, 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 bum. Mines. That game was 2.5 minutes. That's craziness. Sometimes you just get lucky, okay? Now, granted, that was 2.5 minutes. The other one was much longer. Mountain Pass, 6:46. Well, not too bad. So the game times for both of those combined was 8, 9, a little bit over 9 minutes for 2 games. That was one. I will say that was a long game. This one was a long game, and the other one was a short game. So between that's 9 minutes, plus you have going into the queue twice, coming back out of the game. So you got 2 matches in and out in under 12 minutes, okay? So an hour is 60 minutes, so it's 5 times 12. So that's 10 for sure. That was 1 shorty game and 1 long game. Great, what a good average. Now the normal average runs about 4.5 to 5 minutes in general. So like I said, you can get 10 solid matches an hour if you mean business. And if you're doing 17,000 on a long game, let me go back to the mines. And what do we get there? We got 10,000 on a shorty. You see the power of this tank. You got 10,000 in a shorty. Now I killed 3 guys and got 900 plus damage. You don't get paid for block damage, but block damage essentially keeps you alive, so you do get paid indirectly, but it doesn't pay you directly like assistance, which I got none of, or direct damage, which I got a lot of. So this is the thing. Use this to your advantage. It scores like a maniac. This is the best one. You know, it was greater when we used to use these for long hauls. We'd run Panzer 38H long hauls and rake it in. But this is how I have commanders, like you're going to see here. Let's see. Let's go to my 8. These are my 8 skilled commanders. I got 16 of these guys. There's 9 here. And then this guy is the 16th one that I have. So there's 16 8 skilled commanders. Now most of these are still relatively low. This guy is doing pretty good. He'll be elite, you know, in a month or 2. It doesn't really matter. The difference between 8 skills and 9 isn't a lot. It's just 1 skill. No big deal. But I'm just telling you that you use this template that I have laid out in front of you. This is what I do. And when you have nothing else better to do, that you're like, well, I don't want to, do I want to play something? If you have nothing else specific to do, then throw in 5, 10 commander games every day. You know, whatever floats your boat. If you want to run 20 or 30, hey, more power to you. Because this stuff works. You watched it work. Knocked off this commander skill. Set this guy up. I'm probably going to stick this 8 commander skill in another commander. Swap it out for one of my lower ones. And then build it up. Take one of my 5s and build it up with this guy. Because that 8 skill commander is good to go stick in another tank and just let it go to town. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because this phone is crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, you might want to consider subscribing, because it is available today for the low, low price of absolutely free. Please tell your friends so they can see this. They can learn what's going on, how to do this, how to score. And if you do that, then they might like and they might subscribe as well. And then everybody wins. Because when they see this video and they learn this stuff, they'll go, wow, dude, thanks for telling me, because this will help me forever. And it will. It'll help you literally forever and the rest of the time you play this game. So I got more stuff to do, videos to make. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.